Hello everyone, am I audible to all of you? Hello. Yes. Okay. Good afternoon. You are audible. Okay. Good evening, Sarji. Good evening. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, guys, wait for some more time. Like, wait for 5 minutes. Okay. Let everyone join. Wait for 5 more minutes, guys. So hello everyone, I'm audible to all of you and I hope you can also see my screen. Just give me the confirmation guys. Yes, good afternoon. Yes sir, okay. Good afternoon. So guys, how are you all? I hope you all are good. Screen is visible, okay. Doing good. Yes sir, okay. Good afternoon, how are you? I'm also good. Thanks for asking. Okay, yes, screen is visible, okay. So guys, today's session is all about exception handling. So let's start with it. Okay, so before starting exception handling, I want to know what is your understanding from this term exception and what do you mean by this, like with this term exception handling? Let's start with exception. What is your understanding from this term? Error handling. Error is okay, but error can be anything. I'm specifically talking about exceptions because if there is any syntax error, if there is any indentation error, that's also an error, right? What is the difference between exceptions and normal error? It means if there is any error in program, so you have to ignore it and continue. Situation occurred sometime only. Okay, so here exception means it is an unplanned event such as invalid input or loss of connectivity that occurs while a program is executing and disturb the flow of its instruction. Okay, exception is a very simple word or term used to say exceptional event. All right, now let's discuss what is exception handling. So according to you, what is exception handling? Exceptions are pre-filled errors. Guys, what is the exception handling? Handling errors of exceptions to know the reason of our failure, to do if the exception comes. Yeah, yes, right. It is a process of responding unwanted and unexpected events when a computer program runs. So in today's session, we will discuss some of the commonly occurring exceptions in Selenium. And I believe you all would be noticed that when you are doing your Selenium assignment, this kind of exceptions are occurring like no such element exceptions, stale element reference exception, etc. Right, guys? So in today's session, we will see that how would you handle these kinds of exceptions. Okay, let's move to the documents. Exception in Python, exception in Selenium Python are the errors that occur when an unexpected event occurs or any method fails to execute. In Selenium Python, exceptions are instances of subclass which is derived from a base class. Two exception classes that are not related via subclassing are never equivalent, even if they have the same name. The built-in exception can be generated by the interpreter or built-in functions. So in this session, we will discuss some of the commonly occurring exceptions. Okay, guys. So guys, let me know what all exceptions you have, like you faced, like what all exceptions you have seen in your last assignment. Timeout, okay, or element not found. Okay, okay, so most no such element exception. Okay, no such element exception. Okay, okay, so see, we will be discussing all of these exception. Okay, but these are like these are not only the exception, there are so many exceptions. Okay, just click here. Yeah, so again, as you can see here, all these exceptions are listed. So for your knowledge, and if you want to explore, you can just go through them and read about them. Or if any new exception occurs, you can just go through these links and read about the exceptions and how to handle those exceptions. Okay, I'll be sharing these links with you in the end. Okay, guys. Okay, now let's start with no such element exception. Base exception class selenium.common.exceptions WebDriver exception. This exception can be imported as from selenium.common.exceptions import no such element exception. Okay, this exception is raised when element WebDriver is looking for could not be found on the current web page. That means WebDriver is looking for something and it is not able to find it. Then it will show or throw this exception, that is no such element exception. Okay, so possible reason for this for occurrence of this exception: element located is not correct. If you give any XPath, CSS selector, tag name, ID, etc., which is not available on the web page, this exception will be raised. To resolve this issue, we must recheck our selector, its spelling, syntax, or spacing, etc. Okay. Okay, see, we have done one stack intentionally over here. So when we will run that code, you will understand. Okay. So as you all are familiar about this, from Selenium, we are importing WebDriver. Then we are importing time. I believe you all are pretty much clear about this time library. It pauses the WebDriver for a few seconds, right, guys? Then we are importing the no such element exception from selenium.common.exception. We are importing this no such element exception. Okay. Then we are importing this warning to ignore the unnecessary warnings. Then we are importing the by for the syntax purpose. Okay. So as you all know about this is my syntax to open my automated Chrome window, right? And I am going to google.com. Okay. So after going there, I will wait for 5 seconds. See, now WebDriver will skip for 5 seconds. It will not proceed for the other commands. And then after that, it will try to find this element. Okay. Intentionally, we have given wrong ID name here to check how does it work or how we will handle it. Okay. Let's try to run this code. See, I am trying to find this element ID who how, right, which is actually not present. And if the element is not present and I am trying to find it, then it will give the no such element exception. Okay. So this is the element I have to scrap. Okay, just inspect over here, and this is just a random example. Okay, guys. So the correct class is this, and I'm trying to find this by ID, which is not present in the web page. That's why it is showing us the error no such element exception, right? Correct class is GB_E. Okay. Now we are doing see. Now let's see how we will handle it. Okay. See, we are doing exception handling. Okay. Here. So we are using try and except block. So in the try block, we write our first code, right? The wrong one. Then we will use except block. We are writing, see. Then in except block, we are writing this no such element exception as E. Okay. This E is the short form of this no such element exception. Okay. We are giving the name of this exception as E to short the name of this exception. And then we are trying to print it. It means if the exception occurs, it will print the exception. Okay. And then we will try to find the other web element, that is the correct one, GB_E, and then we will print the text out of it. Okay. Let's try to run this code. See, you can see this is not showing us the error. This is the error that was there and it has been printed, and for the correct code you can see that it is printed the text which is Gmail, right? So this is how we can use exception handling. Okay guys, well, let me know if you have any any kinds of doubts. You can just ask me. Is it clear? Hello. Yes. Okay. Little bit clear. It will be more clear. Just have some patience, guys. And if you have any kinds of doubt related to previous assignment, just raise a ticket. Okay. Now focus on the today's session. Okay. Yes, it is clear. Okay. Move forward. Second reason of this exception can be page is not yet loaded completely. This may happen due to slow internet connection. So this is why we are using time.sleep function, and we are also use this WebDriver wait function. Okay. So let's move to the documents. Page is not yet loaded completely. This may happen due to slow internet connection. Our WebDriver started searching for a web element while the web page is loading, and the part of web page where our element is located has not been loaded yet. For avoiding this to happen, we may use time.sleep function, or before we start looking for the element, we may also use explicit waits using WebDriver wait function, which makes the driver wait until the certain condition is fulfilled. Okay. Let's discuss about this. When the page is not yet loaded completely, what can we do in that case? So that means web page is taking time to load, so we need to wait for some time, right? So first thing that we can do, you have already understood, is we can use time.sleep function. Okay, or we can use WebDriver wait function. So what is the difference between time.sleep function and WebDriver wait function? Guys, focus. WebDriver wait function is explicit wait, and like if you are using time.sleep function, it will completely wait for the time we specified. As we have used time.sleep function in the first part, where we were giving 5 seconds, so that driver will wait for complete 5 seconds and then it will move to the next line of code. But in the case of WebDriver wait function, that driver will find the element as soon as the element is present. Then it will move to the next line of code. It will not wait for complete 10 seconds. Okay, the maximum time is 10 seconds. It will not wait for more than 10 seconds. But if the WebDriver will able to find the element before 10 seconds, then it will immediately move to the next line of code. It will not wait for complete 10 seconds. Okay, guys, is it clear to you all? Let me know if there is any doubt. Okay, clear. Yes, clear. Yes, clear. Okay, now let's discuss the code. Okay, here we are in. So using WebDriver wait is more efficient. It's up to you. You can use WebDriver wait function or time.sleep function, which is more comfortable with you. Okay. So now let's discuss the code. Okay. Here we are importing the necessary libraries from Selenium. We are importing WebDriver. Then from selenium.webdriver.support.ui, we are importing this WebDriver. Okay. Then from selenium.webdriver.support, we are importing expected condition as EC. Okay, this EC to short the name of this expected condition. Okay, then from selenium.webdriver.common we are importing this by for the syntax purpose. Now here this is my Chrome, like this is my syntax to open my automated Chrome window. Okay, then I am going to the Amazon website. So after going to the Amazon website, here I am specified delay for 10 seconds, right? We are giving delay here because we need delay over here. So according to the syntax, in the first place we have to give the location of the driver, and then in the second place we have to specify the seconds of delay. Then it will wait until expected condition. Okay, EC means expected condition. There is many expected condition, but here what condition? We are using presence of element located. So the expected condition is presence of element located. It will wait until the presence of element is located or found. And which element? This is the element. It will find the element by class name, and this is the attribute. Okay, so let's try to run this code and see what is happening. See, as you can see, this element is present at the end of the page. So that is why we are using this function. Okay, WebDriver wait. See, is this element is at the end of the web page. So that is why we are using this WebDriver wait function, or we are using time.sleep function. Okay, guys. So now let's discuss the third case, that is element is not yet displayed on the screen at the time of the find operation. That is the similar case as scenario number 2. The element is not displayed on the screen at the time of the find operation. So in that case also you can use the time.sleep function or WebDriver wait function. Okay, guys, like whatever is more comfortable with you, you can use that. Okay. Okay, guys, clear? Yes, sir. Clear. Okay. Sir, could you please repeat the code explanation? Okay. Here, first of all, this is the syntax to open my automated Chrome window. Then I'm going to the Amazon website. Then I'm specified the delay for 10 seconds because we need delay here. Okay. Then I'm using WebDriver wait. Then driver location of my automated Chrome window. Then seconds of delay. Then until or expected condition. And what is the expected condition? Presence of element located. And then I'm finding this element by this class name enable last, and this is the element. Okay, java.find element by .export this element is present at the end of the web page. That is why we are using this WebDriver wait function or time.sleep function. Okay, now it is clear. Is it clear? Yes, clear. Okay. This is the command to close my automated Chrome window. Okay, driver.close. Okay, stale element reference exception. Now let's discuss about this exception. Base exception class selenium.common.exceptions web driver exception. This exception can be imported as from selenium.common.exceptions import stale element reference exception. This exception is raised or thrown when a reference to an element is now stale. Okay, so guys, what do you mean by this term stale? Guys, what do you mean by this term stale? Anyone? It is missing in latter part. It is visible and clear. I said, what do you mean by this term stale? Old or not fresh code. Yeah. Stale means which is old or not fresh, right? Means that the element was available at the time of the execution of find operation, but no longer appears on the DOM or document object model of the page while doing some operation. This generally happens with the dynamic web elements of the web page. Yeah, not in use no longer. See, we have already discussed this, that we have scraping the data from dynamic web pages, correct? And these dynamic web pages changes anytime. Some of you have also experienced that when you are running the code, it was working properly, and after some time when you try to run it again, it is giving you some error. The reason behind is these are the dynamic web pages, okay, and they can change anytime. So that is why we are using this exception, stale element reference exception. Okay, this exception may occur due to following reasons: the page is no longer the same, or the page is being refreshed since the element was located. The element may have been removed and re-added to the screen, like relocation, since it was located. Element may have been inside a frame which was refreshed. Okay. Okay. So what do we have to do in such case? In this case, what I am doing is this, like this is the same element. See, this is the same element of Amazon that we were like doing in the last question. Li class NAV last, right? And here in the accept block, stale element reference exception. So if this exception occurs, then exception will be printed. Okay, then we will print it refreshing the page, and to refresh the page we are again going to driver.get command, then Amazon website, and then it will refresh the page, and then we are waiting for the driver to wait for some time, and then we are trying to find this element. Okay, let's try to run this code. You can see element has been scrapped. Okay, clear guys? Just give me the confirmation, guys. Clear? Yes sir. Okay, Rohit. Okay, yes sir. Okay, element not visible exception not working. Okay, so let's skip this exception because it is not working. How do we know the exceptions? Try and accept block. Okay, see, I will give you the one example. Guys, focus. I believe you all know about if and else block in your Python programming, right? If the code is not working in the if block, means if the code gives any error in the if block, then it will jump to the else block, otherwise not. Try and except block works similar to the if and else block. Okay, if the code throw any error in the try block, then it will jump to the except block, otherwise it will not. Okay, now it is clear. Yes. Okay. Okay, so the next is yes sir. Okay, the next exception is element not interactable exception. Base exception class selenium.common.exceptions, invalid element state exception. This exception can be imported as from selenium.common.exceptions import element not interactable exception. This exception is raised when an element is present in the document object model of the web page, but interactions with that element will hit another element. That means the element is overlapped by some other element, and when we try to click or interact with the first element, driver tends to interact with the latter. Okay, so it might have happened with you if you are trying to click somewhere, something else is happening, right? Means if you are trying to click on product 1, product 2 is getting open. It may happen because of some errors. So in that case, what we are doing, you are scrapping the href link. Okay, so here first of all I am importing this element not interactable exception. Okay, and here this is the syntax to open my automated Chrome window, and then I am going to Amazon website and then waiting for 5 seconds, and then I am trying to find this element. Okay, wait. See, here you can see I'm trying to find this element which is present on the web page, but it is hidden from our view. See, it is hidden from our view. It is present on the web page, but it is hidden from our view. Okay, so when I'm trying to click here, element not interactable exception occurs. Okay, so yeah, so in that case what I'm trying to do is I will find some alternative to do it. Okay, so what I have to do, I am finding this other element, that is this. Okay, so just let me copy this. So instead of clicking there, I'm clicking here. Okay, so instead of clicking here, I'm clicking here. Okay, so this is the alternative I'm doing for my query for this time. Similarly, you can use other alternative according to your situation, like what type of error you are getting. Okay, because this one is it is hidden from our view, so that's why I find other alternative. So instead of clicking here, I am clicking over here. Okay, guys. You can see in except block, element on interactable exception as E. If this exception occurs, you can print it. Then I'm finding this element, and this is my alternative. Okay. Okay, so the next one is session not created exception. Base exception class, selenium.common.exception, WebDriver exception. This exception can be imported as from selenium.common.exceptions import session not created exception. This exception is raised when a new WebDriver session could not be created. The reason this happen maybe your WebDriver version does not match your installed web browser version. Okay, see earlier before the Selenium update, we are using this syntax. Okay, like we write the webdriver.chrome, then we are pasting this location where we had downloaded the WebDriver. Okay, but after the update, there is no use of this exception or this syntax. After the update, we are just writing this syntax webdriver.chrome, and then our automated Chrome window will be open, right? Okay, guys. So before the update, we were using this. Like we are using this. Is it clear? Yes, sir. Okay. So the next is timeout exception. Base exception class selenium.common.exceptions, WebDriver exception. This exception can be imported as from selenium.common.exceptions import timeout exception. This exception is raised when a command does not complete within time, like within implicit or explicit wait time we specified. This may happen due to slow internet connections or a conflict with web host is occurred. Okay, see, we are scraping the data from dynamic web pages. So sometimes they may restrict us to scrap the data. So I may not go to the ideal page and it will give us some error. So in that case, you will get this exception, or it will take some time to load the page because of internet issues and all. Okay. So the only thing that we can do here is we can wait for some more time and try again. And then we can increase the time we specified for scraping the data. Okay. So here I'm giving my syntax to open my automated Chrome window. Then I'm specified the delay. Then in the try block, I'm open the Amazon website, and here here is the element. Okay. Let's try to run this code. And in the except block, if this exception occurs, print the exception. Let's try to run this code. Okay. So the WebDriver was not able to find this element. That is why it is showing us the error. And here, okay. So in some cases, when you are not able to scrap the data, just print the exception so that program will not interrupt and you can just move to the next question. Okay. That is also a way you can handle it. Okay, guys. Just print the exception and proceed. So opening Chrome in incognito mode. So the next is if you want to open incognito mode. So sometimes it happens when we are when we are trying to scrap the data from some sites, they may restrict us. So in that case, we can use incognito mode to scrap the data. Okay. So this is the approach. You can scrap the data from incognito mode by which you can automatically open the incognito mode. Just from first of all, import the WebDriver, then from selenium.webdriver.chrome options, import options. Okay. Then remember this syntax, okay? Chrome options equal to options, then Chrome options dot add arguments incognito. Then simply driver equal to webdriver dot Chrome, okay? If we get 404 code, then we also can scrap the data. Yeah, you can scrap the data in incognito mode. So okay guys, if you want to open the incognito mode, just remember this syntax, okay? Clear guys? Hello, is it clear? But how, sir? Because 4404 is not give permission to access the web page. But in Selenium, we can scrap the data using incognito, okay? Yes, sir. Okay. I am joining late, so I can't understand. You can see the recording of this video, okay? So please repeat this term incognito. Okay. Just simply remember this syntax, okay? First of all, from selenium.webdriver.chrome options, import options, okay? Then Chrome options equal to options, then Chrome options dot add argument incognito, okay? And then simply open the incognito mode automatically. Just remember this syntax. Clear guys? What is the use of incognito mode? If you want to like work on the incognito mode, you can do it like this. Like you can open the incognito mode like this. This is just for example. I'm not asking you to open the incognito mode. I'm just telling you if you want to open, how can you do it, okay? So guys, my screen is visible. Just give me the confirmation. We'll start the practical, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, okay. Yes, sir. Sir, is web scraping core under data science or is it a separate thing? It is under the data science because data collection is really very important part in like in our data science field. Okay guys, focus. Now let me tell you the practical part. First of all, we will import all these necessary libraries. We are importing Selenium, then import Panda as PD, then we are importing time, then from BS4 we are importing this beautiful soup. From Selenium we are importing WebDriver, then from Selenium.common.exceptions we are importing stale element reference exception and no such element exceptions, the common one. Okay, then we are importing the request, then we are importing this by for the syntax purpose. Okay, see what I am doing. I am opening the naukri.com website. Okay, then from naukri.com I am looking for data scientist post for Bangalore location. Okay, this is our problem statement. Okay, so let me run this code. So I want to enter data scientist over here in the designation, and in the location I want to enter Bangalore. Okay, so for that, here I am creating the variable search field designation, then I'm finding the element by dot class name. And what is the class name? Suggester input. Okay, then I'm using the dot send keys command and telling my system to write this data scientist. Okay, automatically. Then for the location, again I'm creating the variable search field location, then I'm finding the element by dot xpath. And what is this xpath? Absolute xpath, right? And I believe you all know how to make the absolute xpath. And then I'm using dot send keys command. Okay, let me run this code. See, data scientist over here and location is here. Now I want to click on the search button. So for that, again I'm creating the variable search button, then I'm finding the element by dot xpath, then again absolute xpath, and then I'm using the dot click command because I want to click on the search button. And I believe you all know how to make the absolute xpath. Just inspect over here, right click, then inspect, and then again right click, copy, and then copy full xpath. Okay, right, and then paste it over here. We run this code. My website has got open up, right? Okay, now here I will show you how to scrap the URL. Okay, so for scrapping the URL, first create the empty list, then I want to give the page range till what range I want to scrap, because since I want to scrap the URL from first two pages. Suppose I want to scrap from first two page, I give the end as 2 as okay, from the 0 page means from one page and second page. Okay, so for scrapping, just inspect here, then right click, right click, then go to the inspect. I'm taking the super parent class. Okay, then just double click, then press Ctrl C for copy, then press Ctrl F for filter, then press Ctrl V for pasting it, right? Then put square brackets on both sides. at sign double forward slash, and what is the tag? Div, right? Div. Okay. But now we need to travel here to here because URL is present inside the A tag always. Okay, under the href, right? So we need to travel from here to here. So for that, on the right side, forward slash, then using the tag, right, to travel, div, again forward slash, then A. See, it is giving me all the 20 matches, right? So it means it is the correct XPath. Okay, clear guys? It is highlighting all the 20 jobs, right? So just copy this, paste it over here. So here, okay. So for I in URL means I am iterating each and every URL which I have scrapped from here. Okay. And then job opening URL dot append. See, you know every URL is present inside the href value. So I will scrap all the URLs or links from this page. Okay, from this page. Guys, are you getting me? Hello, can you hear me, guys? Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. 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 We are able to hear you. Okay. So I will scrap all the URLs or links from this page, and then my all the links will be present inside this href. Now I want to store all the URLs in at one place. Where you store these URLs? In this empty list. Okay, which we have created, right? So I am transferring all the URLs into this empty list, job opening URL. Then also I am using this next button, right? Because as I told you, I am scraping the data from 2 pages. So after I got all the URLs from the both pages, just let me just execute it. First of all, yeah. So for the next button code, simply I'm creating the variable, then I'm finding the element by dot xpath. And what is this xpath? Absolute xpath, right? Just simply, sorry, yeah, right click, go to the inspect, and simply make the absolute xpath. Okay, and then paste it over here. See, length of job opening URL is 40, right? And this is the job opening, sorry, this is the URLs, okay, or job opening URLs. Next button dot click. See, I'm using find elements. Okay, if you like, if I am using only find element, then write the next button dot click. Okay, if I am using elements, then there will be no need to use this syntax or use this next button dot click command. Okay, clear guys? Yes, okay. Okay, now understand this thing. Now I'm trying to show you about the try and accept block. Important part, okay? See here, I want to scrap the job description, but job description is not present here. See, when I'm clicking on this, job descriptions are here. So that's why I will scrap the URL, okay? Because we need, or I need, job descriptions, okay? So is it clear, guys? So here, first of all, I'm getting the empty list. Then for I in job opening URL, it means I'm editing each and every URL to fetch full job details, okay? Then driver dot get I, okay? Driver dot get this I. It means I am taking each and every URL one by one as an input, okay? Then I'm using this time dot sleep command. Then in the try block, I'm creating the variable description, then driver dot find element by dot xpath. And what is this xpath? Absolute xpath. And then jd dot append description dot text. It means append all my description text into my empty list, which is jd, okay? Means transfer all my text into my empty list. Just see, just inspect here. Copy, then copy full xpath, okay, and paste it over here. See, in the accept block, suppose if you are not able to find the description of any job, because there might be any job for which description will not be available. There might be any job. So in that case, what I want my system to do, I'm telling my system, in that case you can print not present, okay? I'm printing not present into JD. Like if this description is not present or not available for any job, you can print not present for me, okay? That is what try and accept block means, okay? Let me run this code. So here all the jobs are iterating one by one. As you can see, these are the job descriptions. Suppose if any job has no description, in that case it will give me not present, okay? Okay guys, see, it is taking each and every URL one by one to fetch these job details or job descriptions. So it takes some time, guys, because it is taking URL one by one, and there are 40 URLs, right? So here my driver is taking each and every URL, means these URLs, okay, one by one, and scrap the like description text. And if this if this description is not present for any job, it will print the not present. Okay, print the not present into my empty list. So it takes some time, guys. So have some patience. So guys, that is how try and accept block works. Okay. So is it clear, or do I need to repeat it? Can you tell me how to click on the box? Click on the box. Just simply click on the boxes using like correct XPath or correct class name. Just simply create the variable, then find the element by XPath or by class name or by ID, and simply click on the checkbox. Please show the above code once, sir. Okay. See, some of the job have no description, so not present has been printed. Right? Not print, not present, not present. And what is the length of the JD? 40. Okay. Does not show, it shows before and after clicking. Okay, you can just raise a ticket. I will show you, or I will tell you. Okay, how to tick on the checkbox. Sir, please show code once again. Okay. Okay now. Checkbox issue is same for me. Okay, you can also raise the ticket. Then I will tell you how to do that. Okay. India, these links, right? Guys, have you got the link? Just give me the confirmation. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. And don't worry, guys, if you have like so many doubts, we can conduct one more session next weekend. Okay. Like doubt clearing session. Okay. So don't worry, guys. In the next week, we can conduct the one more session, a doubt clearing session. Okay. Then you can ask your all ask all your doubts there. Okay. In the doubt clearing session. Yes, please, sir. Okay. That will be important. Okay. Okay, then done. We will conduct one more session, which is doubt clearing session. Okay, in the next weekend. We have lots of doubts. Okay, you can ask all your doubts there. This video will be available. Yeah, of course. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm ending this session now. If I miss any of your query, you can just raise a ticket. Okay. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, bye bye. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, bye. Good day. Good day. Take care.